Hello, everybody. Good evening and welcome. My name is Joshua Mason. I'm the creative director at Inspirations Theatre Company, and it is my pleasure to welcome you along to this brand new lockdown quarantine activity that we are running, which is Musical Theatre Bingo. I mean, why has nobody thought of this before? Well, actually, some people have thought of this before. So a big shout out to the guys over at It's All an Act podcast. They ran a musical theatre bingo session last year, which I thought was absolutely fantastic. And I had a chat with them and they said they were more than happy for us to have a go at it here at Inspiration. So if you don't know It's All an Act, make sure that you go and follow them. They're the only podcast in the UK that are dedicated to amateur theatre, and they are releasing new podcasts even now during lockdown and during the pandemic, so make sure that you go and check them out. Now, this, of course, is making up the fantastic lockdown quarantine activities that we have been running since last March. We are nearly up to 100 completely free and open to all online activities that we have run for everybody to get involved with who are missing theatre as much as we are. And we have got loads more coming up over lockdown take 3 here in the UK as well. So, of course, tonight we've got musical theatre bingo. So make sure you're sharing this live stream with your friends and followers, because we would love to welcome as many people along to this as possible. And then this time next week, we've got a musical theatre quiz, which again is all for fun to test your musical theatre knowledge. Then the week after that, we have got a musical love song concert. So this is an opportunity for you to perform. If you are a regular performer, then you can get involved with our musical love songs concert, of course, for Valentine's week. And then the week after that, I know there's so much going on. We're doing an online read-through of the musical Mamma Mia. So we've recently explored that with our members here at Inspirations, and we thought it'd be brilliant to do another read through for you, the public. Now, like I say, these, I'm sure we're on about 97, 98 activities now. People from all over the world have been involved. We've had people from America, South Africa, Italy, the Canary Islands, all over the UK as well, have been getting involved with these activities. So it's really lovely to welcome you along tonight. So all you need to do is make sure that you can hear me and see me. And you need to head to tinyurl.com/inspo bingo. And that's going to take you to a website where it will say Inspirations Musical Theatre Bingo, generate bingo card. And all you do is click on that and you'll be given a grid of musical theatre shows. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to do this just like traditional bingo. So we're going to have a bingo caller, and each number has been randomly assigned to one of these musical theatre shows. And so if the one that is called comes up, all you do is click or tap on the show and it will cross it out for you on your screen. And then we are looking for either bingo, which is any 5 in a row or a column. Okay, so a row or a column is bingo. And all you have to do is comment here on Facebook, bingo! Okay, and then we're also looking for blackout. So this is where you have filled your entire bingo card. Okay, so bingo is any 5 in a row or a column, and blackout is the full card, which again, just type blackout in the comments. We're going to be asking you to put comments throughout this as well, so it'd be really, really lovely to get some interaction through there as well. Right then, shall we get started? Hopefully you have generated your bingo card. Like I say, all you need to do is go to tinyurl.com/inspo bingo 1. Click on generate your card and you should be all raring and ready to go. So let's head on over to our bingo caller screen. So here we go. A lovely screen of blue. Again, if you're joining us late, all the information to get a card look is just down here, so do not worry. And you can see the last 5 numbers that have been called above me as well, which I will be going through as well. Right then, so let's head to our very, very first call of the evening then. And I'm just gonna click a setting here that I've remembered that I haven't set up quite right. There we go. So, there's some people watching along, which is brilliant. Hello, good evening. Let's get started with your very first number. So the first number of the evening
Bang
is...
on the drum. 71.
Number 71, which is Annie, Get Your Gun. So if you've got Annie, Get Your Gun on your bingo card, just tap it or click on it, and that is going to cross it out for you so that you have got that one marked off. And remember, we're looking for 5 in a row, 5 in a column for bingo, or the full card for blackout. Right, here comes your next number.
2024.
So it's number 24, which is Waitress. The musical Waitress. I'm just thinking I should be making a note myself of the ones that we've said. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to tell you which ones have been and which ones we're still waiting on. Which wouldn't be very clever, would it? So we've had 71, which was Annie, Get Your Gun. And we've just had 24, which is Waitress. Have you seen Waitress? Did you get to see it before it shut in the West End? Or maybe you saw it on Broadway. If you saw it, I want you to put the little pie emoji in the comments below. Okay? If you saw Waitress, pop the pie emoji in the comments. I would love to know if you have been to see Waitress on the West End, on Broadway. I don't think it managed to get on tour in the UK yet. So if you've seen it, put the little pie emoji. Right, let's get on with our next number.
Sweet 16.
So, number 16 is Zorba. Okay, now this might be a musical that some of you won't have heard of. I'm happy to say that I haven't heard of it either. So, I'm just having a look. It's a musical with a book by Joseph Stein. Oh, it's a Fred Ebb. It's a Kander and Ebb musical. Well, there you are. You see, you learn something new every day. Adapted from the 1946 novel Zorba the Greek. Focuses on the friendship that evolves between Zorba and Nikos, a young American who has inherited an abandoned mine on Crete, and their romantic relationships with a local widow and a Frenchwoman, respectively. So there you are, Zorba. So this is great because we're getting to learn some new shows as well. Okay, so we've had 3 numbers so far. Let's head to our next one, which is...
Key of the door, 21.
Number 21, which is Barnum. So again, if you've got Barnum on your bingo card, just tap it or click on it. It will exit out for you. And we're looking for 5 in a row or a column for bingo, or we're wanting the full card for blackout, and just comment in there on Facebook if you have got either of those. Now, I asked you to put a pie emoji in for us if you've seen Waitress. What about Barnum? Now, Barnum, maybe you haven't seen the show, but I bet a lot of you have seen The Greatest Showman, which of course is based on the life of P.T. Barnum. Yes, with some, historical inaccuracies granted. And we are actually looking at The Greatest Showman this week with our members at Inspirations. But if The Greatest Showman is your favourite musical, I want you to put the big top emoji into the comments here on Facebook. So if your favourite musical film is The Greatest Showman, put that circus tent emoji in the comments here on Facebook, because it'd be really, really great to see who is out there and whose favourite movie musical is The Greatest Showman. Should we go on to our next number? And that will be
Your
our
face is dirty. Number 30.
Sorry, I talked over her there. That's number 30. I do apologise. And that is Miss Saigon. That is Miss Saigon. So the 5 that we have had so far is Annie, Get Your Gun, Waitress, Zorba, Barnum, And then number 30, which was Miss Saigon. Now, I absolutely love Miss Saigon. I saw it 3 or 4 times with its revival in London, which was absolutely incredible. I love the song Why God that Chris sings in the first act. Absolutely love Moving My Mind. Have you got a favourite song in Miss Saigon? Again, pop it in the comments. I would love to know what your favourite song in Miss Saigon is. Hello, Sierra! Your favourite movie musical is The Greatest Showman because you've put that fantastic circus tent emoji in there. So thank you so much for that, Sierra. With it being your favourite movie musical, what's your favourite song from that? Okay, so we've just had Miss Saigon number 30. Like I say, it'd be lovely to know what your favourite song from Miss Saigon is, people who are watching. But Sierra, to you, what's your favourite song in The Greatest Showman? That'd be great to know. Right, let's get our next number.
Queen Bee, 73.
Right, we're on 73, and that is for 7 brides for 7 brothers. And I always think that this is a challenge, especially for amateur groups to perform this show. Because normally, probably the 7 brides isn't the problem, it's the 7 brothers. As we all know, there is a big lack of males in musical theatre, in the amateur world, at least. And so, like, I obviously here at Inspirations, I wouldn't attempt it, I'd be scared. But have you been in it? Have you performed in 7 brides for 7 brothers? Because again, if you had, I would love to hear from you in the comments below here on Facebook. So that is our 6th number, number 73 for 7 brides for 7 brothers. Joanne Peck has said the saxophone one, which is also one of my favourite instruments. Oh, you know, I totally forgot about that one, Jo. This is, of course, her favourite song from Miss Saigon, and she's referring to Last Night of the World, which is that beautiful duet about, like you say, a song played on a solo saxophone. An absolutely brilliant song. Thank you so much for telling us that favourite song from Miss Saigon, Jo. And Sierra's just got back to us as well with her favourite song from The Greatest Showman. She said, I love them all, but my favourite is This Is Me. I think there'll be a lot of people out there that will completely agree with you, Sierra. So thank you so much for sending us that. Shall we have the next number? I think we should.
5 and 6, 56.
So, 56, was she worth it? Funnily enough, this is the Pirate Queen. So, for those of you who don't know, this is another show by the Les Mis and Miss Saigon composers, Schoenberg and Boublil. And last year, they did a one-off Sunday evening concert performance of this with Rebecca Tucker in the lead role of this. I was gutted that I didn't get to see it, because it's one of the few Schoenberg and Boublils that I haven't seen. And it's got this really powerful song in it called Woman, which is absolutely fantastic. Have you seen The Pirate Queen? Do you know what I'm talking about? If you don't, go and look into it, because there's some fab music in it, as with all of Schoenberg and Boublil's musicals. Sung through as well, just like Miss Saigon and Les Miserables. So let's head on to our next number. Remember, we're looking for 5 in a row or in a column. For bingo, just comment bingo in the comments when you get to it. Or we are looking for blackout, which is where you've filled your entire card. And again, just write blackout in the comments. Let's see what our next number is.
Duck and Dive, 25.
Number 25. So this is Thoroughly Modern Millie. Thoroughly Modern Millie is number 25. Don't know much about this show, but I know quite a few people that absolutely love this. There's a few songs in it that I'm sure that you'll know. Trying again. No, I've played Pirates. If that exists in Copacabana. Oh, the Barry Manilow one. Very good. Yes. Yeah, oh, I love a good bit of Copacabana. But just who shot who? Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Jo. Lovely to hear from you. Let's get our next number.
Jump and Jive 35.
So it's number 35. Oh, and this is one of my favourites. Jekyll and Hyde. Love Jekyll and Hyde. Of course, based on the Gothic novel of the same name. There's a DVD version out there with the Hoff, believe it or not, the Hoff himself playing Jekyll and Hyde, which is fantastic. Like I say, this is one of my favourite. I absolutely love singing This Is the Moment and singing the Transformation song. Yeah, I love it. Again, do you like? I would love to hear from you if Jekyll and Hyde is one of your favourite shows, or maybe you've performed in it. Have you played Jekyll and Hyde, or have you played one of the other parts? Being able to sing that lovely ballad, In His Eyes, that lovely duet song. It would be great to hear from you if you ever have, or maybe you've seen it. Apart from that DVD version, I haven't seen this show yet, unfortunately. And this last year hasn't helped with theatres being shut. Ugh, nightmare. Not good. But hey, hopefully, there is, things are hopefully moving and things are going to get better. I know that there's quite a few West End shows that are saying they're hopefully going to be open May, June, July sort of time. So keep those fingers crossed and hopefully we'll be getting to see some live theatre performances really soon. Let's get our next number.
More than 11:37.
So this is 37, Once on This Island. This very recently had a Broadway revival, which got loads and loads of great reviews and praise. It was done in the round, and they had actually like an abandoned beach scene set in the middle. It was so cool. And it's got that really, Caribbean feel to it. Again, it's a really lovely show, some great music in it, including Why We Tell the Story, which is a song that we've performed here at Inspirations. In fact, I think the last time we performed it was for our appearance at the NODA Awards ceremony, which we opened not last year, the year before, as part of our 20th anniversary. So a really great show. Next number then.
A Duck and a Flea 23.
23. That is Hair. Hair, the musical. Obviously, when it first came out, caused a lot of controversy with that very famous nude scene that happens. Yes, the entire cast, naked, on stage. Yes, called quite a stir when it came out in London and on Broadway. But is Hair your favourite musical? Again, there is some fantastic music from Hair, including Aquarius and the song Hair and Let the Sun Shine In. If Hair is your favourite musical, I want you to put the hair emoji or the hair cutting emoji in the comments here on Facebook if it's your favourite musical. Or if you've been part of Hair, have you had to do that nude scene? I assume that only professionals would put that in. Maybe you've had an interesting amateur experience. I don't know. But if Hair is your favourite musical, or if you've starred in Hair, put that hair cutting emoji in the comments below, because I'd love to get some further interaction from you. Joe's just said, can't be shy for that one. No, no, you really can't be. You've got to be very willing and open. But I think with Hair, like a lot of shows that deal with those sorts of things, there's this really big understanding of building a community and being in it together. It's very much along the same lines as the Godspell theme, building a community and being supportive of each other. And I think that, if you were asked to do something like that, there has to have been a lot of work that goes in from the production point of view to make that possible. So, yeah, like I say, I think hopefully the shyness, you'd get over that. Yes, Amy, of course I will do a recap. Sorry, I was going to do a recap at 10 and then I got carried away with moving on to our 11th number. So, I'll go from the beginning. So, we've so far had Annie Get Your Gun, Waitress, Zorba, Barnum, Miss Saigon, Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, The Pirate Queen, Thoroughly Modern Millie, Jekyll and Hyde, Once on This Island, and then finally we've just had Hair. So we've now had 11 numbers. Okay, 11 numbers so far. And like I say, we are looking for 5 in a row. That's that way. 5 in a row. 5 in a column for bingo. Or your entire card filled for blackout. And when you've got that, just comment in below. Let's get our next number.
Man alive, number 5.
Number 5 is Legally Blonde. Legally Blonde, the musical. Who tuned in to our movie night where we watched the live production of Legally Blonde from Broadway, which was originally shown on MTV? If you tuned in for that movie night and you watched Legally Blonde, please comment below with the blonde-haired lady emoji, because I know lots of you watched that along with us. And again, it'd be lovely to see some returning faces and talk to you a little bit more about that. So, if you saw the movie night that we ran of Legally Blonde, which was during our pop/rock musicals week, then put the blonde-haired lady emoji down in the comments below. Maybe you've performed in Legally Blonde. That'd be really, really great. See, I know that the amateur version has been released, and I know that quite a few groups in the area have performed it. So if you have performed in Legally Blonde, I would love to hear if you had an actual live dog and how that worked. You know, and was it like a proper stage dog, or was it like a cast member's dog, or how did the training go with the tricks that it has to do? Again, let me know in the comments below, because I would love to do you a shout out. Next number.
Cup of tea, number 3.
Is number 3, A Little Night Music. So this is the Stephen Sondheim show. Judi Dench very famously was part of the original cast and sung Send in the Clowns, which is probably the most famous song from this show. Been revised a couple of times since then. So yes, A Little Night Music. Next number.
Halfway there, 45.
45 is Pippin. Pippin. So this show starts with 2 fantastic songs. Magic to Do, brilliant. Corner of the Sky, an incredible solo as well. And that's about as far as I ever get with it. I can never then get into the rest of the show. Anybody who's seen Pippin, whether it be that, again, there's a DVD release of Pippin, you know, let me know if you've seen that one. Or maybe you saw the recent revival of it. I say recent, it was a few years ago now. But, like, tell me, what am I missing? Am I not getting it? Past those first 2 songs, am I missing something? Let me know in the comments below. Let's get our next number.
Duck and its weight, 28.
Okay, so number 28 is The Fantastics. The Fantastics holds the record as being the longest running musical on Broadway. And funnily enough, it closed. And not because of the pandemic. I think it closed in 2019. But it, like I say, it had been running for the longest time on Broadway. When I was on Broadway last time, I went to see this, and I couldn't believe it. It was this tiny, tiny theatre in like above this like restaurant or this pub, and it probably held 35, maybe 50 people at the very, very most. And it was this short show. It was a singular act, if I remember rightly, and it was, I don't know. It was like going and seeing a school show almost. Like all the costumes were a bit thrown together, and the props weren't particularly high cost or quality. But it was absolutely fantastic. It was a really, really good laugh. And there's some good songs in it as well. So again, if you're not aware of the Fantastics, check out the album. Like I say, there's some good songs in it. Next number, and then we'll do a recap of our last 5, okay?
Make them wait. 58.
58 is Xanadu. Xanadu. Again, some people love Xanadu. I don't get it. Again, maybe I'm just not giving it enough of a chance. I know that there's a film version of Xanadu. Do you love Xanadu? If you do, you need to tell me why. Get in those comments below and tell me why you love Xanadu. Apart from the music, obviously the ELO music I'm totally on board with. But the rest of it is just a bit, I don't know, I think it's a bit too out there for me, to be honest with you. Matthew Elliott has just said, I love Xanadu. Why? Tell me why. What is it that you love about Xanadu, Matt? And while you're doing that, I'll just do a quick recap of our last 5 numbers, okay? So starting with number 5, which was Legally Blonde. Then number 3, A Little Night Music. 45 was Pippin. 28 was The Fantastics. And 58 that we've just done is Xanadu. And Matthew says it's hilarious. If you say so. I need to try and give it, I'll try and give it another go. Like, if it ever does a revival, or if I have time during this lockdown to watch the movie version, I'll do it. I promise. Next number.
Dancing Queen. 17.
Oh, how interesting. Our 17th number that we're drawing is number 17, which is Into the Woods. So another Stephen Sondheim show here that merges all of those Brother Grimm fairy tales into one. So there's Cinderella, there's Rapunzel, there's Little Red Riding Hood. Of course, there's a Wicked Witch and a baker and all these things, a couple of princes, a wolf, and they all come together and are merged into this musical. Obviously, there was a recent film adaptation that had James Corden and Emma Blunt in it, and there's the filmed version from the original Broadway production as well. So lots of ways for you to watch this. And actually, Into the Woods was our very first movie musical night that we did here on that very first week of lockdown activities. So if you have been in Into the Woods, if you watched our Into the Woods movie night, or if you love Into the Woods, it's your favourite musical, I want you to put a tree emoji in the comments below. Okay? So, if you've been in Into the Woods, if you love Into the Woods, or if you watched our movie version of Into the Woods, pop a tree down in the comments below. Joe, love Into the Woods. I couldn't agree with you more. Again, there's some great music, great characters in it. Anybody else out there like Joe, pop a tree in the comments while we are getting our next number.
1 score. Number 20.
Which is Mamma Mia. Number 20 is Mamma Mia. That ABBA musical, of course. We've just spent 2 weeks looking at Mamma Mia here at Inspirations with our members, exploring the songs and the dancing. You know, we looked into some of the Greek dancing and how that influenced the choreographer. Really, really interesting. So even though we're online, we are still able to do some fantastic rehearsals. So if you're interested in joining a group, it doesn't matter where in the world you are, you can get involved with us while we are online. So make sure that you get in touch with us. Just get in touch on any of our social media networks. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and YouTube. Find all of those profiles at Inspo Theatre. Right, let's move on to our next number.
All the Steps. 39.
Which is number 39. Number 39 is Sister Act. Sister Act. Again, of course, based on the story from the film starring Whoopi Goldberg, who was due to reprise her role as Dolores... No, I believe she was playing Mother Superior, wasn't she? Ooh, yes, I think it's Mother Superior. With a revival production that was due to open in London last year. Obviously, the pandemic happened. So yes, Sister Act. Next number.
Heinz Varieties, 57.
57 is Showboat. So that is our 20th number. Showboat. Old Man River. Birds Gotta Fly and stuff. Yes, again, there was a fantastic regional production at the Crucible Theatre here in Sheffield, which then got transferred to London and it ran in the West End for a while. It was absolutely brilliant. So let me know below if you did that. Put the boat symbol, the boat emoji, in the comments below if you saw the Sheffield Crucible production of Showboat, whether you saw it at the Crucible in Sheffield or whether you saw it when it transferred down to London. Oh, after saying about putting a tree in, Matt, you've put a tree down for us, so obviously you love Into the Woods, or you've been in it, or you watched the movie night, or maybe you did all three. Amazing if you did all three. Joe, I can't find the emojis. Don't worry at all. You can just simply comment along as well. That's absolutely fine. The emojis are just a bit of fun if you can find them, so don't worry. Matt, you've put the boat emoji too, so you obviously saw that production. Wasn't it fantastic? What did you like best about that production? Let's get our... let's do... Hang on, I'm trying to see if I owe you all a recap yet. I think we'll call one number and then we will do a quick recap. So here's the next number.
6 and 9. 69.
So 69, either way up, is Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Okay? Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. This is a fantastic show for anybody who hasn't seen it. It's hilarious. I mean, there are like flying muses that sing Raining Men, and it's just amazing. It's just amazing. So if your favourite musical is Priscilla, I want you to put the platform emoji, you know, the platform shoe emoji, in the comments below. Matt said that his favourite thing about the Showboat production from the Crucible, the set was absolutely incredible. It was. It had all these moving things that made it look like a steamboat, and there was like jetties that came off. It was an incredible set. I couldn't agree more. Right, let's do a quick recap. Okay, so a quick recap. Number 17 was Into the Woods. Number 20 was Mamma Mia. Number 39 was Sister Act. Number 57 was Showboat. And what we just called number 69 was Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Remember that we are looking for 5 in a column or 5 in a row for bingo. And we are looking for a full card for blackout. If you get either of those, just pop it in the comments and we will congratulate you. Next number.
Clean the floor, 54.
54. 54 is In the Heights. The Lin-Manuel Miranda musical, what he wrote before he wrote Hamilton, but this also won lots of Tony Awards and was due to be released as a feature film that was due to come out last year, but again, COVID. So it's now been pushed back to a summer release for this year. So keep your fingers crossed. And the lead player, who's playing Usnavi, the lead actor playing Usnavi, is a gentleman called Anthony Ramos. And he actually starred alongside Lin-Manuel Miranda in Hamilton and in 21 Jump Street. So he's got a long career alongside Lin-Manuel Miranda, which is very exciting. Love that. Saw it this year before lockdown, thank goodness. Yes. Thank you, Joe. There's some great musicals out there, isn't there? It's such a shame that we can't get out there and see them at the minute. Right, let's get our next number out.
Come in for your tea, 33.
Number 33. And number 33 is Spring Awakening. Oh. love Spring Awakening. So Spring Awakening, I find, is one of those shows that you either love it or you hate it. I find that there is nothing in the middle. If you are a Spring Awakening fan, please put the brown leaf emoji in the comments below. I think it's brown leaf, or just there's like a leaf in a wind emoji somewhere. I'm sure there is, or just a leaf, or a flower. I don't know, something like that. If you absolutely love it, if you hate it, put the cross emoji, put the X emoji, because I find it's very much like Marmite. I've starred in Spring Awakening, and I loved it. It was just as much fun to be in it as it was to watch it. It used to be my go-to musical theatre album. I used to listen to it constantly, which again, people didn't like it. Matt has just said, we all love the read-through of In the Heights. Thank you for reminding me of that. Yes, I totally forgot about our read-through of In the Heights. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed that one as well. Joe, not heard of that one. You've not heard of Spring Awakening. It's brilliant. It's based on a book of the same name, or a play of the same name. And it's basically about teenagers growing up in Germany in like the 17 or 1800s. But it deals with things like with underage pregnancy and sexual abuse, and like it's really quite nitty gritty. It was actually banned in loads of countries when it first came out. The writer actually had to flee Germany because like it was that like against the grain for the times. And of course, eventually it got turned into a musical with like this folk rock edge to it. So it was like all traditional costumes and traditional set and whatever. And then they'd whip out handheld wireless microphones and like sing their internalized thoughts in like this rock folk style with like this harsh modern lighting. It's absolutely brilliant. So yes, I definitely recommend that you go and check it out, because again, it won loads of awards. Right, next number.
You're late. 38.
38 is Tick Tick Boom. Now, Tick Tick Boom holds a very, very special place in my heart, because this was the first show that I ever produced. And for anybody who doesn't know this show, it's before there was rent, Jonathan Larson had to pay it. So this was the first musical written by Jonathan Larson, and it's a semi-autobiographical account of his life as he is trying to write like the next big musicals, while he's trying to write Rent and Superbia and stuff like that. There's only 3 people in it. So Jonathan himself, and then his best friend and his girlfriend. Again, there's brilliant songs in this. And this is currently being filmed and turned into a movie musical. It's being directed by Lin-Manuel Miranda, who also starred as John in a production of it when he was a little bit younger. So that's going to be fantastic. I want to say, I'm sure it's Netflix. I'm sure it's a Netflix movie that's being done. But it's the first movie that Lin-Manuel's going to be directing. So, well, lots of funky information about Tick Tick Boom. Next number.
Brighton Line. 59.
Is 59, and this is Les Miserables. So this is the biggest musical in the world. It's been seen by the most, it's been translated into the most languages, it's had the most productions running in different places around the world. There's been all of these stage production versions of Les Mis. There's loads of amateurs and school productions that have done it. Do you love Les Mis? Have you performed in Les Mis? Did you go and see the staged concert either for the 10th anniversary, the 25th anniversary? Did you go and see the all-star stage performance that they did last year? Put the French flag emoji in the comments below if you are a Les Mis fan, and tell me next to that French flag emoji what your favourite Les Mis song is. I know that is such a difficult question to answer, I've got I don't know if I've got a favourite song. I have a few favourite moments. I say favourite moments. They're moments that always make me cry. The first one is when Eponine says, I'll sleep in your embrace at last during a little fall of rain. Straight away, every time. And the next time that never fails to make me cry is in the finale when Jean Valjean says, on this page. I don't know why, but every time I'm getting a bit teary now thinking about it. So what are your favourite moments or favourite songs in Les Mis? Pop a little French flag emoji below and let me know what your favourite songs are. And let's have another quick recap. So 69, that was Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. We then had 54, which was In the Heights. 33, which was Spring Awakening. 38, which was Tick Tick Boom. And then 59 that we've just called, which was Les Miserables. So remember, we are looking for bingo, which is 5 in a column, 5 in a row, or a column. Or we're looking for blackout, which is your whole card completed. Make sure that you comment below with the words bingo or blackout when you get there. Amy Rolfe has put the French flag. Fantastic. So, Les Mis. Amy, what's your favourite song or your favourite moment? Joe, loved it and saw it in Manchester on my own for your favourite song. Yes, a gorgeous song and a lovely song to open the second act. I think there's Upon These Stones just before it, and then it goes into On My Own, which is absolutely lovely. Some fantastic use of lyrics and language within that song as well. What about you, Amy? What's your favourite song from Les Mis as we move on to our next number?
Legs 11, number 11.
26 is Cats. Sorry. To unconfuse people. That's our 26th number that we've called. It was number 11. Number 11 is Cats. Next number.
Clickety click, 66.
So 66, is Ragtime. There's a lovely performance on our YouTube channel of our senior members performing Make Them Hear You in a choral arrangement from Ragtime. Go and check it out. It's gorgeous. Next number.
Saving Grace, 68.
Number 68 is The Bridges of Madison County.
Nice and Shine, 49.
And number 49 is Matilda. 49 is Matilda. So written by Tim Minchin, of course, based on the Roald Dahl book of the same name. Again, some great music in that. The Alphabet Song, Revolting Children, just to name a few. Is Matilda your favourite musical? Have you seen it? Did you get to see it when it was open down in London? If you did, I would love for you to put the necktie emoji, the tie emoji, in the comments below. Okay, because obviously it's set in a school. They all wear those neckties and grey jumpers and grey blazers. That'd be really good to see if you got to see Matilda when it was open. Amy said just all of them. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more. They're all good, those songs in Les Mis, Amy. So thank you so much for getting back to us. I'm glad that you enjoy it. Let's get on to the next number then.
Now you can vote. 18.
So number 18 is Saturday Night Fever. Saturday Night Fever. Next number.
Life's Begun, 41.
Number 41 is Heathers. Next number.
Two Little Ducks, 22.
That is Chicago. So 22 is Chicago, which of course we performed. We were granted a very special license. We had to go to the producers in London because there was a production running in London at the time of Chicago, and they granted us permission to do that for our senior production during our 20th anniversary year in 2019, and it was nominated for Best Production in the entire East Midlands. So we were very, very proud of our production of Chicago. Next number.
All the fours, 44.
Number 44 is Evita, based on the life of Eva Peron.
Knock at the door, number 4.
Number 4 is Sunset Boulevard. So, Sunset Boulevard, the Curve Theatre in Leicester have just done an online production of Sunset Boulevard, which starred Rhea Jones, who originated the role of Norma Desmond when the show was first produced back in 1991. She performed alongside Michael Ball. But for this production in Leicester, Danny Mac of Hollyoaks and Strictly Come Dancing fame played alongside her too. So have you seen Sunset Boulevard? Maybe you saw the production with Glenn Close that was in London. Maybe you saw it when it was on its UK tour again, which had Danny Mac in and Rhea Jones, I believe. Maybe you bought tickets and watched the online production of Sunset Boulevard. Pop the sun emoji in the comments below if any of those apply to you. Joanna's just said, I love that, but I've not seen it live yet, but I have sung This House. Brilliant. Thank you very much, Joe. So lovely for all of this interaction from you all. So thank you so much. Let's head on to the next number.
Candy store, 74.
So 74 is Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
On its own, number 1.
And number 1 is the very first Disney musical that was produced for stage, Beauty and the Beast.
Tweak of the thumb, 51.
Number 51 is Hamilton. So, who is a Hamilton addict? How many times have you watched Hamilton since it was released on Disney Plus? I think I'm on 4, which is quite a lot considering that it's like 3 hours and 15 minutes long. Like, that's a lot of time. But I've watched Hamilton. I remember going and seeing it in London and not knowing what to expect at all. I was really worried that it's been overhyped and that it wasn't going to be as good as it was. And I was sat virtually on the very, very back row of the circle, and it just absolutely blew me away. So in the comments below, put the star, okay? If you're a Hamilton addict, put that star emoji and then let me know how many times you've seen it. And you can either whether you've seen it live or whether you've watched it on Disney Plus. Maybe it's one of those things that's on your to-watch list on Disney Plus. Again, let me know in the comments below. And let's move on to the next number.
1 dozen, number 12.
Which is... Sorry, I was speaking over her again. Sorry. Number 12 is Grease. Grease. So let's do a quick recap of the last 5 because I realise that I've been racing through them. So we've had number 4, Sunset Boulevard. Number 74, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Number 1, Beauty and the Beast. Number 51, Hamilton. Number 12, Grease. The 5-pointed star from Matthew. He's obviously a Hamilton fan. It's on my to-watch list from Joe. Get it watched, Joe. Honestly, you will not be disappointed. I love it. And Matt loves it too. So remember, we are looking for 5 in a column, 5 in a row for bingo, or your whole card completed for blackout. Let me know in the comments how you're doing so far. How many have you got to go before you will reach one of those targets? Let us know.
Up to tricks, 46.
So number 46 is The Last 5 Years.
Baker's Bun, 61.
Number 61 is Aida. Aida. That is our 40th number that we've called. Okay, next number.
Danny LaRue, 72.
72 is Fiddler on the Roof.
Doctor's Orders, number 9.
Number 42. Number 42. I'm doing it again, I'm sorry. Number 9 is Warpaint. It's the 42nd number that we've called. Warpaint is number 9. This had Patti LuPone in. Joanne saying that she's going to put it to the top of her list to watch Hamilton. I think that's a very, very good decision. Have the tissues ready, though. It's a tearjerker. Well, I mean, it is for me. Maybe I just cry at everything. I don't know.
Gateway to Heaven, 27.
Okay, number 27 is Billy Elliot.
Blind, 50.
Number 50 is If Then. So it's like if / then. This was a new musical starring Idina Menzel after she'd finished in Wicked. Never came over to the West End, I believe. It was only a Broadway production. Don't think it went on tour either. Which tells you that it probably wasn't that successful. Sorry, Idina.
Made in Heaven, 67.
Right, and number 67 is The Who's Tommy. Tommy.
Unlucky for some, 13.
Number 13 is The Rocky Horror Show. Please do not shout out any expletives at your screen. For anybody who's seen Rocky Horror live, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I do not want to be shouted at.
Winnie the Pooh, 42.
42 is Six. The musical Six, obviously about Henry VIII's 6 wives. A massive hit.
Lucky 7, number 7.
Number 7 is Hairspray. Hairspray. Thank you, Corny Collins. Let me know if Hairspray is your favourite musical in the comments below. I don't think there is a Hairspray can available as an emoji, I'm afraid. Otherwise, I would ask you to do that.
Life begins at 40.
So number 40 is Everybody's Talking About Jamie. And this was another show that originated at the Crucible Theatre in Sheffield. A completely original show, which then has just gone crazy, hasn't it? Transferred to the West End, had a load of success, recently been filmed and is being turned into a musical film, which again was supposed to be released. It was either late last year, early this year, but it's been pushed back because of COVID. And they had this big open call out where you could go and be involved in the street party. I know quite a few people that went and were part of the filming of that, which is fantastic. So yeah, absolutely brilliant how it's taken off. Joe saying Hairspray is great, but the dancing is exhausting. I know, when you have to do that, You Can't Stop the Beat, where it's just constantly dancing and singing in intricate harmonies. Whew! I know, gosh, I'm getting warm just thinking about it.
Valentine's Day. 14.
Okay, number 14 is now the longest running Disney musical on stage, which is The Lion King. If your favourite musical is The Lion King, I want you to put the lion emoji in the comments below. The lion face, he's very cute. I use him for, the Memoji reaction stickers. I use the lion. Because I've got all this, I mean, you can't see it now because it's all tied up, but I've got this big mane of hair. So I think that, because my phone doesn't do the actual face memoji thing, so I feel like, a lion with a massive mane is, yeah. Joe, she's dancing to Jamie at the moment. I love it. Which song are you dancing to, Joe? That'd be really good to know. All right then, let's go to the next number.
Old age pension. 65.
So number 65 is Curtains. It's another Kander and Ebb musical. A murder mystery set in a theatre.
Garden Gate. Number 8.
Number 8 is The Drowsy Chaperone, a massive flop by Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Buckle My Shoe. 32.
32 is Spamalot. Obviously based on the Monty Python sketches, where the song Always Look on the Bright Side of Life comes from.
Goodbye Teens. 19.
Number 54, no, it's the 54th number that we've called. Number 19 is The Sound of Music. So that lovely Rodgers and Hammerstein musical, which again, Inspirations performed back in our 20th anniversary year in 2019, funnily enough. And we won the NODA Award for Best Youth Production in our region. We performed this show in an actual church. It was brilliant. We had it as like an immersive experience. So the performers were all around the audience, and Maria's bedroom was right in the middle of them all. And then we had this tiered staging that went up, like the mountain that they all climbed over at the end. Like, if I do say so myself, it was brilliant. But yeah, we won an award for that, so thank you very much to NODA. Amy Rolfe, you've put in that lion emoji, which is brilliant, and have said Hakuna Matata is your favourite song. Again, I can completely understand that. And, oh my gosh, Joe! Bingo twice! Bingo twice! That's amazing! Did you get a column in a row at the same time? Did you fill in like a corner one that got you both of them? That's amazing! Absolutely fine that you're doing a paper copy. That's absolutely not a problem at all. Congratulations! So, our first winner of Bingo is Joanne Peck. Huge congratulations, Joanne. What we're going to do is we're going to carry on playing, because obviously the blackout is still all up for grabs, okay? And I'm sure more of you will start getting bingo as we keep on whittling these numbers down as well. So, huge congratulations to Joe. Well done. Of course, you can still carry on playing, Joe, to see if you get further bingos, or if you will also be the first to get blackout. Okay? So, let's get on with our next number.
Weeks in a year. 52.
Number 52 is West Side Story. Ooh, now, Joe, I'm sorry to burst the bubble. I don't know if I've said songs from A New World yet. I'm just looking now. I haven't said songs for A New World yet. Joe, sorry. But I mean, hopefully you've still got one bingo, so you're still the bingo winner, which is brill. Let me just see where Spamalot was. So Spamalot was 53. After Spamalot was The Sound of Music. Then we've just had West Side Story. So I've not said Songs for a New World yet. Okay, next number.
You're doing fine. 29.
So, number 29 is You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown.
On the Skive. 75.
Number 75 is Company. And this was a Stephen Sondheim show, again, of course. This was the first musical that was produced by the Crucible in Sheffield that I actually went to see. So I hadn't seen any of their musical productions until I went to see Company at the Crucible. Loved it. Now, I'm lying. I didn't love it straight away. But after seeing some more shows and going back to it and listening to it a bit more, absolutely fell in love with Company.
Tom Mix, number 6.
So number 6 is The Producers. If you were involved in our read-through of The Producers, I want you to put the granny face emoji in the comments below. Or if your favourite movie musical is the film version of The Producers, I want you to pop the granny face down there as well.
5 dozen. 60.
Number 60 is Annie. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there won't be COVID. Oh, if only, hey.
4 and 7. 47.
4 and 7, 47 is Titanic the musical. That is our 60th number that we've called. Okay? So again, remember, we're looking for 5 in a column or a row for bingo, or your whole card filled for blackout. Just comment below. We've had our first bingo winner, which is Joanne. And she said, even though you've got mixed up, you've still got bingo with Spamalot. So yes, you are still our first winner. So congratulations, Joe.
4 dozen.
Number 48.
48.
Fancy that, is Rent. So Jonathan Larson, obviously set in the late 80s, early 90s, all about, I was going to say all about AIDS, but it isn't all about AIDS. It's all about the relationship between a group of friends, and AIDS is just like the backdrop of it. But again, very, very edgy for the time. Obviously, for those who don't know, Jonathan Larson died the day before opening night on Broadway for Rent. So he'd taken it right the way up to that point, and unfortunately he died of, I believe it was either a heart condition or like a stroke or a clot in his brain. It was something like that. And in honour of him, the opening night, all the cast dressed in white, and they did the show as a concert performance in honour of Jonathan Larson, which I just think is lovely. And then obviously it went on to have sort of like a cult following, and then it's got bigger and bigger. There was a film version of it. And this is, of course, where Idina Menzel started her career, was in Rent, before she went on to do bigger things like originating the role of Elphaba in Wicked.
Knock on the door. 64.
So, number 64 is Sweeney Todd. Another Stephen Sondheim there. Can you have bingo again? Because I have another. Congratulations. You can have as many bingos as you like. That's brilliant. And like I say, people, I'm hoping will start getting some more bingos the further we go through it. But what I'd say is that we're after blackout from now. Okay, so if you've already got a bingo, that's brilliant. Congratulations. But if you've already got a bingo, now what you're trying to call out for is blackout, which is completing your entire card. Okay?
36.
Number 36 is Blood Brothers. Blood Brothers.
Me and You, number 2.
Number 2 is Elf. Elf, the musical, based on that Christmas film with Will Ferrell in by the same name.
4 and 3. 43.
Number 43, Down on Your Knees, is The Wizard of Oz.
Tickle Me, 63.
Number 63 is Shrek, the musical, of course, based on the DreamWorks film of the same name.
Ask for More, 34.
Number 34 is Dear Evan Hansen. Really upset about this because I had tickets to go and see it in the West End and then COVID happened and I'm sad. Sad times. But did you get to go and see Dear Evan Hansen when it was in London? Sorry, when it was in London, did you get to go and see Dear Evan Hansen? Let me know in the comments below. Also, what I would highly recommend is head over to our YouTube channel and watch our version of You Will Be Found, because we did it like a Zoom call, and it's absolutely brilliant. It builds up, we add in extra people as we go along, and it ends up with everybody that was available to do it from our membership, all on screen, singing in amazing harmonies. They worked so hard to do it. Just search for Inspirations Theatre Company on YouTube. You'll be able to find our channel, and it's on there in our lockdown video playlist.
Get Up and Run, 31.
Number 31 is Children of Eden.
Cameron's Den, number 10.
Number 10 is The Pajama Games. Matt just managed to get to see it about a month before lockdown. I'm very jealous of you. Did you enjoy it? Did you cry? Again, I've been told that it's a tearjerker, but like I said earlier, I cry at everything, so let me know.
70, number 70.
Number 70 is The Book of Mormon. Oh, and Matt, you've just got bingo as well. Congratulations. So you are now on the lookout for Blackout, which is completing your entire card. Everybody else, if you're still looking for bingo, that is 5 in a row or 5 in a column. Okay? So 5 in a row, 5 in a column is bingo. Or we've got your full card for Blackout. Matt said, yes, I loved it and I cried a lot. Haha. Right, well then I better have my tissues ready for going and seeing Dear Evan Hansen then. But a big congratulations to you for your bingo, Matt. Joanne Peck, I watched your Dear Evan Hansen video. It was great. Thank you so much, Joe. It took a lot of work from the members doing their harmonies and a lot of editing to get it to look like it was a Zoom call, because we didn't actually do it on Zoom. Everybody recorded their own videos individually and sent it all in, and then I edited it all together. So it was a lot of work, but I think the end product is fantastic. And we did it all for in like honour of all the artists and creatives out there who are struggling during lockdown. It was for them. So, like I say, if you haven't watched it, do go and watch it. I've just had a mad panic and realised that on screen you will see there is only 75 numbers available, but there is actually 90 shows that we are doing. And I have got numbers for all 90 of these shows. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start randomly selecting some of these ones up here that haven't come out yet. and mix it in with what is being said on screen. So I'm really, really sorry that this has happened. But we're going to go with number 84, which is Hedwig and the Angry Inch. Hedwig and the Angry Inch. Then we're going for 79, one more time, with You're in Town. Then we're going to go for 90, Oklahoma. So let me just recap these. We've had Hedwig and the Angry Inch, You're in Town, Oklahoma. We're now going to have 77, Sunset Strip, which is Funny Girl. Then let's have one from the bingo caller.
Stuck in a Tree, 53.
53, American Idiot. So American Idiot is the jukebox musical which has been made up from the operatic album by Green Day of the same name. This show was the only reason that I went to New York the first time in 2010. So, and it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. But I remember it was announced that they were doing this Green Day musical. I'm a massive Green Day fan and I'm a massive musical fan, and I was like, my two favourite things in one, I need to go. And I messaged my best friend, Sarah Tinley, and said, they're doing this show, I want to go and see it. Can we book tickets to go to New York? And she was like, yeah, all right then. Brilliant. Half an hour later, I sent her another message saying, I've booked for us to go over Christmas and New Year. I'll see you then. She wasn't expecting that, but we did. We went and we spent Christmas in New York. It was amazing. We saw American Idiot on Boxing Day. There was a freak snowstorm. I didn't think that it was going to carry on running, but it did. But then we got snowed in, the airport was shut, and we stayed in New York for an extra few days because of the snow. Absolutely amazing. And we got to see loads of other great shows while we were over there as well. But the only reason that I went to New York was to see American Idiot. How crazy is that? Paul Bounds, bingo! Congratulations, Paul. That's absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for playing along. So like I say, we're now after Blackout, which is your complete card filled in. So let's have some more numbers. 81, Guys and Dolls. 81, Guys and Dolls. 87, Merrily We Roll Along. Merrily We Roll Along, number 87. Number 76, Young Frankenstein. And let's have one from the caller.
Rugby Team, 15.
Number 15 is Anastasia. So, who watched our movie night of Anastasia, which was filmed live on Broadway? It was one of the productions that I saw the second time I went to New York. It was amazing. Put the Crown, okay? Because obviously it's all about this lost Russian princess who doesn't know because she's got amnesia. She doesn't know who she is. So put the Crown emoji in the comments below if you have seen Anastasia. Maybe you're a fan of the original animated movie that, of course, the musical is based on. Or if you watched our movie musical night as well, pop that Crown emoji in the comments below, okay? And I'm just trying to remember where we got up to. I think that's that one. Okay, let's have number 83, Songs for a New World. Number 83, Songs for a New World. Number 89 is Fame. I'm gonna live forever. Who watched the TV show when it was out. Oh, Joe, love Young Frankenstein. Did you get to see it when it was in London with Hadley Fraser in it? And Anastasia, but haven't seen it live. It's really good. Again, it never transferred over to the UK, which I thought was such a shame. But, like I say, we did a movie night of it. So go and see if the link's still active for our movie night, because if you haven't seen it, again, it's a lovely, lovely show with some great music in. Again, a lot taken from the animated film as well. Number 80 is Wicked. So again, this is really what shot Idina Menzel to fame. You know, it's an alternate story about like the origins and the story of the Wicked Witch of the West. And is she really wicked? So again, if you love Wicked, I want you to put the witch's hat emoji. I don't know if it's just a witch's hat, actually. Maybe it's a complete witch. I think it might be a complete witch emoji. And tell me what your favourite song is. For me, it's stereotypical, I'm sorry, but it's Defying Gravity. And again, it makes me cry. Everything makes me cry. I'm such a sensitive soul. I just clearly wear my heart on my sleeve. Joe, you want Fame at your funeral? Oh my gosh. What, for when you're coming in? When you're going out? When would you like to for Fame to play at your funeral? People have that, don't they? People have lots of interesting things. I know people who want like upbeat disco songs from like the 70s and the 80s and stuff. I haven't really thought what I want at my funeral. I'm sure it'll be something musical theatre related though, obviously. Right, let's have another number from the caller.
Turn to the screw. 62.
So, 62, I'm just looking, is Hello Dolly. Hello Dolly. Now again, there was supposed to be there was a revival of this on Broadway, and they were supposed to be doing the same production over here on the West End. It was supposed to open last year, and guess what? COVID happened and it got cancelled, and I had my tickets refunded. Because again, it's a show that I've never seen, and it was going to have Bette Midler in it, and I've never seen Bette Midler perform live, so I thought it was very exciting. Oh, I see. Joe's just explained, obviously, the lyrics in Fame. I'm going to make it to heaven. I'm going to learn how to fly high. Of course, I didn't even think of that. Fantastic suggestion. Right, let's have some more numbers then. So, 82 is Newsies. '86 is South Pacific. '85 is Oliver.
All the fives. 55.
So, number 55 is Little Shop of Horrors, bop, bop, Little Shop of Terrors. I love Little Shop. Love Little Shop. Obviously based on a film, a black film. It was like a dark comedy film about this plant that eats people. And yeah, brilliant, I know. And obviously got turned into a musical, which is just all about taking the mick out of like B films, American B films, and stuff. And it's so cheesy and fantastic. The music by Ellen Menken, of course. Howard Ashman was involved with it. Just a fantastic show. It's been revived over the years. And honestly, the latest off-Broadway production had the most incredible animatronic Audrey 2 that in finale ultimo, it literally, I can never get over this, it literally walked down the stage towards the audience and then its neck reached out and over all of the front, like 3 or 4 rows of people. It was incredible. Just amazing. I love Little Shop of Horrors. Anyway, carrying on. Number 88, Starlight Express. Let's have the final number on this caller, which is...
Half a crown. 26.
26, which is The Phantom of the Opera. So that means we only have 2 numbers left. So, I mean, gosh, I thought we'd have had some blackouts by now. I can't believe it's all coming down to the last couple of numbers. In fact, maybe I've only got 1 number left. Is everybody waiting for exactly the same show? I'm just double checking. You must all be waiting for exactly the same show. Which is number 78, Avenue Q. Avenue Q. '86, '87. Yeah, that's it. I'm double checking my sheet. We've definitely said them all. So you should all now have blackout. Yes, Joe has said dark now. Paul has said blackout. Fantastic. I've obviously miscounted somewhere because I've ticked them all off, but I've not got the right numbers down. So 86, 87, 88. Well, anyway, the point being, everybody, is that we have reached the conclusion of our musical theatre bingo. It has been an utter pleasure. I hope you've enjoyed this evening. It's so glad to see people playing along and commenting along. I hope you've enjoyed all the little snippets of information that I've been throwing in about some of these shows as well. If you have enjoyed playing bingo, again, please leave a comment saying that you've enjoyed it. And go and tell people about it, because we'd really, with this being a new activity, you know, if people have enjoyed it, we'd really, really like to run it again. And obviously there is so many different themes that we could do. You know, we might do musical characters. You know, we could do like characters from Into the Woods. Or we could do musical theatre composers. Or we could do lyricists. Or we could do Tony Award winning best musicals, or do you know what I mean? There are so many different musical themes that we could do for bingo. So if you have enjoyed this session, please put a comment in below here, because like I say, it would be really, really, really good to welcome you along to another one that will be musical theatre themed, but maybe in just a slightly different way. And like I say, please do share all of the stuff as well, so we can get even more people involved. So a big congratulations to everybody. You should have all got bingos and blackouts and everything, because all 90 numbers were called, all 90 shows were said. So everybody is a winner, which is brilliant. Now, don't forget that at 7 o'clock next Friday, we're doing our musical theatre quiz, which again is to just tune in live to our Facebook page. You can get an online quiz form as well, and you can just enjoy the quiz and test your musical theatre knowledge. And for those people that have been involved in our musical theatre quizzes in the past, you'll be very excited to know that we have got a whole new round, again, that we have never done before, for you to enjoy and test your musical theatre knowledge with. Then the week after that, we've got our musical Love Songs concert, where we're asking you to perform. You can sing, dance, play an instrument, or act. using any sort of love song, love scene, love dance routine from a musical. You need to submit that to us by 4 p.m. on Saturday the 13th of February, and then join us live at 7 p.m. that same evening to watch the concert. And then the week after that, we have got another online read-through of a musical. This time we're doing Mamma Mia, which we know is really popular. So if you want to be involved with that, again, it's completely free, open to all ages and abilities. So send us an email, inspirationstc.email@gmail.com. All of the details for all of these activities can be found on all of our social media networks. So we are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and YouTube. Find all of our profiles at Inspo Theatre. And you can also find out how you can get involved, because like I say, we are running online rehearsals and we are welcoming along new members as well. We're currently doing rehearsals exploring The Greatest Showman, and you can get not only a free taste session to see if you would like to join us, you can also at the moment take advantage of our New Year, New You offer and get your first month of rehearsals completely free. So if you really are looking to get involved with performing, maybe you're missing out on going to your normal musical theatre group, maybe you're missing out on performing, maybe you've never done it before and you want to give something new a go in 2021 as your New Year's resolution, we would love to welcome you along. So again, head over to those social media pages to find out more information. So I'm going to leave now and sign off in my usual way, which is to say thank you so much for being involved. I honestly really do hope that you have had an absolutely fantastic evening, and I really cannot wait to welcome you along to some of our other online activities that are taking place in the coming weeks. But most importantly, please stay safe, but keep performing. Good night.